Allahu, 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 Allah. 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 Allahumma salli wa sallim ala Nabiyyina Muhammad alayhi salam. Salatan tadumu wa tuhda ilay mamar al-layali wa tuna dawam. Allahumma salli wa sallim ala Nabiyyina Muhammad alayhi salam. Salatan tadumu wa tuhda ilay mamar al-layali wa tula dawam. Allahumma salli wa sallim ala Nabiyyina Muhammad alayhi salam. Salatan tadumu wa tuhda ilay mamar al-layali wa tula dawam. Ya salam. MashaAllah. This is Allah Almighty favor for us to give us Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, to give us the most beloved one for his ummah, for us, who we are to be his ummah, who we are to be under his wing, who we are to be for him, belonging to him. It is big honor. This is Allah Almighty. He give us such an honor we don't understand. We don't appreciate and we don't know. This is when Sayyidina Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, the small children, they've been throwing stone on him. And Sayyidina Jibreel, he came and say, allow me to finish all this. He said, no, they don't know. When they know, they will appreciate. This is how Rasulullah was merciful, and he was not want anybody to be hurt because he been hurt. If we can understand this point of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, then we can understand what is his giving us the value for ourselves. How he is looking for us and how he is trying to save us from shaitan, from dunya, from hawa, from nafis, from all this kind rubbish things, and put us in the cleanest way, cleanest place that Allah Almighty, he promised us to be with him. This is important to understand. If you understand this one, you can be happy forever. Happy forever. You don't need anything to entertain you or to make you happy or to wait for good news or anything concerning goodness in your life. If you understand this point, what Rasulullah is giving you as appreciating you to be his ummah, as to appreciating you to be in his mercy. Now, I don't blame the people, they make things for Rasulullah or they draw things for Rasulullah. But Rasulullah, he is much higher and he doesn't need our defense to defend him. No, doesn't need. He's so high. Do you think the sun needs somebody to defend the sun? Nobody can defend. Hey, cloud, get out of the way. Cannot be. You're cloud, get out of the way. The sun cannot reach. The sun, nobody can defend the sun. This is Rasulullah. This is a small example. It is just to make us to understand what is Rasulullah. We never understand, but at least to make it available for our understanding. Because also if you speak so high, cannot be available to understand. Now, but I blame the Salafi people. I blame the Wahhabi people. I blame all this Muslim people that they didn't appreciate Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. If you are really appreciating Rasulullah and understand the value of Rasulullah, nobody dare to draw things or nobody dare to say things or nobody dare to do things as bad for Rasulullah. This is in our human level. We must speak about our human level. Because in our human level, we have certain responsibility. We don't have to run away from our responsibility. What happened? Today people, they say, yeah, Rasulullah, he was a human. Yeah, of course he's a human. We are a human. He come to us as a human. He didn't come as an angel. He come as a human from us. But there is difference between a human and heavenly human. This is, we didn't appreciate. So many people, they say, if you praise Rasulullah too much, it's coming for shirk. Hasha. Hasha. Rasulullah, he is the one denying the shirk. You praise him and you love him because Allah Almighty, he praise him and Allah Almighty, he love him. You miss this point because your ego and shaitan bring the jealousy in your heart and say, why Rasulullah is better than me? Of course he's better than anybody. This is Rasulullah. It's not a joke. You say, the jealousy and your egoistic things, your egoistic things, it's make you jealousy for Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. This is how we analyze. We must analyze. Now, you go for doctor, he say, before he look at you, you go analyze this, analyze this, analyze this. And then I will check and I will see what illness you have. I will see what you have in illness. Now, in Islamic world, today, there is big illness that's called Salafism, that's called Wahhabism, that's called ignorancy, that called so many things you can put. Terrorism, fundamentalism, zism is going. Why? We must ask why. So simple. In the beginning of the century, there was none of these things among the Muslim world. Not at all. Because we have the Ottoman Empire that was ruling according to the love of Rasulullah. They've been loving Rasulullah. And they've been great. They've been greatest. Not greatest. And they've been known among the nations. They are the greatest. Nobody messed up with the Ottoman. Why? Because they've been loving Rasulullah, respecting Rasulullah. Why these people, they was not mushrik? All these years, they've been good people. They've been bringing justice. They've been bringing the goodness. They're bringing every good things. Because they've been Ottoman. They build up their empire by the love, by the sake of love of Rasulullah. This was the secret key for their growing around the world. They've been so huge because they've been correctly loving Rasulullah. Now, from the beginning of the century, we start to say, Rasulullah, he was ordinary man. Rasulullah, he was like this, he was like that. If I have been having this mission, I will do it. And then from the jealousy say, yes, if you love Rasulullah too much, you become mushrik. You don't believe in Allah Almighty. Yahoo. This shows how you are impotent. This shows how you are impotent. You put yourself in the sesame seed and say, this is the religion. Sesame seed. Yahoo. How can be the religion in sesame seed? How you can expect religion in sesame seed? This is a huge tree. A hugest, the amongst. And you say, no, this is not religion. The religion is the seed of the sesame that I see. It's hardly can see. Maybe smaller than sesame seed. And you want all the world to follow this sesame seed? How can be? Impossible. It should blow up. It should blow up in this ignorant people. This is Allah Almighty. وَمَكَرُوا وَمَكَرَ اللَّهُ وَاللَّهُ خَيْرُ الْمَاكِرِينَ. This is not only for mushrik people or kafir people, this also for Muslim people. That they claim they are Muslim. Because they are making trick and trap for Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, to not make the respect for Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, to not make love for Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, and they will be end up like this. I'm sorry to say. I'm not happy to say this, but this is the reality. This is the realistic things that we have to understand. Because if we understand the loving of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, we know that we are in the right way, and we know that we are going ahead. We are not going back. We are not going as for the camel time. These people, they use all the luxuries, everything. And then when you come for the religion, they say, Rasulullah was not using this technology. Rasulullah not using this. Rasulullah, you have to go for his time in the religion. Otherwise we be mushrik, or we be dead, or we be... Come on. We are Allah Almighty. He give us something as Bani Adam that we are adapting for the new things immediately. I'm asking one question, very simple one. Can you give up from your mobile phone? For all the Muslim, give up your mobile phone. Say, no, we need, cannot, we need our mobile phone. Oh, Rasulullah, he was not using mobile phone. You are mushrik. Can be, you're mushrik. Or bid'ah or whatever. No, the mushriks, straight, they finish from bid'ah. This, they say, how can be? Yo, and this is Rasulullah was not using. But you are using. And give up this one. Okay. Give up your credit card. Yeah, without credit card, they will not give us plane ticket. So we'll stuck there. Nobody will look for our face. Okay, we leave that one. Go back for camel. There's no camel available anymore. Even the camel finished. Donkey, and who will look after the donkey? It's very hard to look after the donkey. If we manage to get donkey, but it's not comfortable as the car, we should have comfortable seat. Any worse car is better than best donkey. So, Yahoo, Allah Almighty, if He give you وَأَمَّا بِنِعْمَةِ رَبِّكَ فَحَدِّثْ, Allah Almighty, when He give you this luxury, He didn't say to you, don't use it. He said, use it and thank for me about what using, and show what Allah Almighty He give you also. He didn't say hidden. And that's why if somebody, they say, if somebody he invent something or produce something, Allah Almighty will give him his reward. Doesn't matter. He doesn't say, you are Muslim, you are Christian, you are Kafir, you are this. No. Everybody, He gives something for humanity. Allah Almighty, He reward him. This is promising. This is not things that Allah Almighty, not we all of us, His servant. No discrimination among His servant. If there is discrimination among His servant, should be having big ears. Some of them 4 legs, or some of them jumping on the tree. No, we are all same, alhamdulillah. We are proud to be servant to Allah Almighty, and we want to convey our servanthood to Allah Almighty by loving Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Love Rasulullah and don't be scared. You will not be mushrik. If somebody telling you because you love Rasulullah, mushrik, you will be mushrik, I will be the first. I will be the first. I don't care. I love Rasulullah. I want everybody to love Rasulullah. Rasulullah, it is important. It is not defending Rasulullah by doing caricatures or drawing things. This is nothing. You have to have the real love in your heart for him. If you have the real love in your heart for him, nothing will affect. It's been since histories that been attacked for Rasulullah. It's not new things, by the way. Everybody thinks it's new things. No, it's not. It was long time. If somebody doesn't love Rasulullah, you cannot put the love of Rasulullah in his heart. It is not the way to put love of Rasulullah in anybody. This is, you have to think, he is not deserving to love Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. That's important. Yani, this is tuning. You have to know the tuning. If you know the tuning, you go ahead. You will not stay in the sesame seat. The sesame seat, it is really big jail. Big jail for the one he put himself in sesame seat, and he cannot convey his love, he cannot convey his respect, and he cannot convey his pure belief. That means he is unsecure about his belief. Unsecure. When Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam conquered Mecca, he say, everybody under my security, nobody will be touched. That example is still remaining until today and until end of the day of Rasulullah. Be secure, feel secure. This is for Salafi, for Wahhabi. Feel secure of Rasulullah protection. Don't think you can protect yourself. He is the one, when he opened Makkah Sharif, he say, everybody under my security. Finish. Amnu Aman. It is remaining until end of the day. This is how Rasulullah, when he promised eternally. He doesn't promise just for the moment. No. That's why be secure of Rasulullah Shafa'ah. Be secure of Rasulullah. He's securing us in our Iman, in our Islam. Because we are believer without seeing him. We are believer without touching him. We are believer for his word. And this is how the Islam is growing. And this is how the Iman is growing. It's not grow by money. It doesn't grow by power. Doesn't grow by that. No, this is the one. Make it growing and growing and growing. May Allah forgive us and make us the true believer for Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, to make us the true lovers for Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, and make us the true follower for his sunnah, for his order, and for his love. May Allah forgive me and forgive us. Wa min Allah at-tawfiq bi hurmati al-habib bi hurmati al-fatih. Subhanım Allah, Sultanım Allah, Nebim Muhammed aleyhisselam. Subhanım Allah, Sultanım Allah, Nebim Muhammed aleyhisselam. Subhanım Allah, Sultanım Allah, Nebim Muhammed aleyhisselam. وصل يا ربي وسلم على جميع الأنبياء والمرسلين وعلى كل أجمعين والحمد لله رب العالمين. الفاتحة.